What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we are going to be taking apart and cleaning the magazine to a Rock Island M1911 A1FS. So the first thing we want to do is a safety check. Right behind the trigger here is the magazine release. When you press that, the magazine will pop out. Okay. Second, this is your slide lock. When you pull the slide all the way back and hold it, you can press the slide lock up and that will lock it into place. Now we want to look down inside the barrel here and make sure there is nothing inside the barrel. We can go ahead and uncock the slide, and we don't need this for this video. We are doing the magazine. Tools you're going to need. You're going to need a clean brush. You do not want something that has any soaps, solvents, oils, nothing on it. Okay? We don't want to leave any residue on the magazine itself. Get something clean. You'll need, I'm using a punch. You basically need something small to poke with, but strong enough to fight the spring. I use isopropyl alcohol, rubbing alcohol. This will evaporate easily and it cleans well for what you're doing. So without leaving any residue, I use alcohol. And then you'll want a fresh clean rag with nothing on it. Same reason, we don't want to leave any residue on there. To take it apart, you're going to look on the bottom side here and see a hole right there. Okay? Basically, we need to push that hole in, and that will allow the base plate to slide forward. So that's what I use the punch for. I use the punch to poke it down and then push forward on the mag base here. Okay, now you want to keep your thumb over this hole because when you remove this mag base, the spring's going to try and launch out. So cover it with your thumb and remove the base. Okay, now we can slowly take our thumb out and pull the whole spring. The spring has a base plate on it. There's the spring. And the follower should just fall out. And then we got the tube itself. This is everything we're going to be cleaning today. I'm going to spray and clean as we go because you don't let alcohol soak, it just evaporates. So we'll take the base plate here to the mag and we will just give everything a quick scrub down. Once you scrubbed it, grab a clean rag, wipe everything off. Let's move to the spring base. And take your brush. And we'll clean all that off too. Magazines get neglected. They need to be cleaned too. So, you know, they get dropped, kicked on, stomped, whatever. But these can cause issues as well if they're not clean. Alright, we got the spring. I mean, you can go at it with a brush if you want. I personally am not. I just take the rag after I've sprayed it and follow the spiral. Give it a nice tight grip on it so I can make sure I wipe it all down real good. Alright. We've got the follower. Okay, this is where you're going to see majority of any carbon or dirt or anything. So make sure you get that real good from all sides. And then give it a wipe off. And that leaves the mag tube itself. And just kind of go over it with your brush. Once you've cleaned that off, go through and give it a good wipe off. I like to run the rag through the magazine just to make sure the inside gets wiped off real good. There we go. We're not going to put any oil or lubricant on this because it attracts dirt and dust, and we don't want that to bunch up the ammunition or the spring and prevent the mag from functioning correctly. So we're just going to put this back together. Let's start with the follower. The follower, mag tube, go together like this. Okay, it just drops in. There's nothing really to it. It kind of only fits one way. Once it's in there, this is what it should look like. Okay, now we're going to take the spring. You're going to notice the spring has a wider spring section here and a shorter one at one end. This shorter end goes to the follower in the same orientation as the follower. So you see how it's kind of angled here? Your spring should be the same way. You just set that in there. Okay? Now we're going to take the spring base. Okay, you'll notice one end is curved and the other end is flat. The flat goes to the back side of the mag. Follows the same cutout as the magazine itself. This little groove goes down against the spring. You want the nipple facing up because remember, that's what locks into the base plate here. Just double check. Yeah, it should fit in the hole like that. So you got to get this to line up. You want to make sure that this little nipple right here is sitting on the edge, the front edge. I don't know how else to show that. It's sitting right on the front edge there before you put this on. And then when you go to push it back on, it snaps right into place. That's fun. Alright, so there you have it. We have just taken apart, cleaned, we did not lube, and put back together the magazine to a Rock Island M1911 A1 FS. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you, try and help you as much as I can, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves your progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you can print your certificate. Then it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.